Hey everybody, what's up you guys? I'm Aaron. I'm here with my co-host Zach.
Hi.
You're listening to A2Z Podcast, episode 82.
Today's guest is Gordon Scott Williams, local salsa instructor.
It's like they're trying to be too meta.
We're gonna make them an offer they can't refuse.
Much better.
Yeah. You can
buy you a drink.
You can't just
well, I mean, he did pick out somebody we know.
Well, you sidestepped the question. That technology does not exist. If this is your first time listening, thanks for checking us out. A2Z is a Southeast Texas locally produced podcast with new episodes out weekly on all major podcast platforms. But you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram where we post updates, clips, and extra content.
Also, don't forget about our Facebook groups, A2Z Podcast Group and A2Z Movie Night, the groupening, where you can talk with other listeners about episodes and share funny memes.
That's it. And man, we had a good time on this episode. We had returning guest Gordon Scott Williams.
Yeah, Gordon came to talk to us about the example with Wyatt Cagle back in our kitchen.
That was in Zach's kitchen, and look how far we've come. And you know, we couldn't have come this far without all of the people who have been crazy enough to do this.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you specifically for that. But then also just to talk about this episode, we talked about dancing and salsa, how Gordon got into salsa in the first place, how he met his romantic interest doing salsa. We talked about my crippling anxiety of dancing.
Yes.
You know what? This was pretty deep for an episode about dancing.
Pretty
I gotta
eclectic,
say.
yeah.
Pretty eclectic. So, you know what? If you're into it, if you're into like, you know, butt grooving and boot scooting and shuffling your feet on a wood floor, you know, stick around.
Pretty good.
Pretty good? All right. Well, enjoy this episode with Gordon Scott Williams.
En los años 1600, cuando el tirano mandó las calles de Cartagena.
I think that's, I don't know.
It's a generalization.
You teach, so you've probably seen that.
But I work in the communication department. So,
so you're working the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of different to some extent. But with creatives, filmmakers, and stuff like that, it's kind of difficult to get them to be able to go out and have a conversation about what they do or what they want to create. And
you kind of have to see, you need
you have to do that.
You need investors.
You have to do that.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
To get your vision.
People have to like you to want to give you money to go see your film.
I see it just anywhere, like in any, like going to the movies or going to eat or anything like that. People don't even know how to interact when they're working a register. It's just, I don't know, basic things.
People are so bad at interacting that they made me bad at interacting.
It's not even the math. It's just like robotic behavior. Hi. What do you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like fries with that?
You know.
I mean, they're not. That's okay. You know, they're not in the salesman business.
Just as long as I don't get any more tacos.
I don't know. I think kids have always been awkward, and they're still awkward. And it might be a different type of awkward, but I don't know.
I was awkward. I was awkward when I was that age, but it just for me to talk to people wasn't such a monumental task. It was very easy for me just to get into it with anybody. Yeah.
But yet there's so much confidence when you have a keyboard in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. It's really steering them away from real life interactions, real life talking and things like that, because they're two totally different things. Talking over social media, talking over the internet forums, anything like that is completely different than talking face to face. You know, there's no repercussions to what you're saying. There's a lot of context that is, I don't know, not gleaned. It's very, very different from the conversation.
Social media?
Yeah, just talking over the internet in general in any capacity is very different from talking in a room like this.
Yeah, I guess so. You get uncomfortable.
JK lol.
I don't know. I like the shorthand. I feel you can communicate so much more with less words nowadays. You know, you don't have to say as much to say something.
So much is missing, though. I mean,
I agree.
Expression and context
nuance,
and inflection and hints of sarcasm.
Yeah.
Wit.
I hate this lowest common denominator way of speaking. I really do.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that requires accuracy with no other context, like making a plan or setting a date or something like that. I'm fine with shorthand then. But if you're actually talking and communicating like through text, I like a little bit longer. I like full words instead of abbreviations.
It's like people that get mad whenever you like text them, and then like they think your text meant that you were mad at them or something. It's like, why are you being so short with me? I sent words. I put a period on the end. If you put a period on the end, that means you're upset. If you no period, that means you're kind of like a daisical, right? If you put exclamation point.
I need to go reevaluate my text messages that I sent now.
Just look back at the ones where you got in trouble, maybe, and see what happened. See what that might have been. Well, I guess we're going to jump right into it. We're here with Gordon Scott Williams. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back. We had you on earlier when we were talking about the film The Example. You and
Mr.
Wyatt.
Cable.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yes, glad to be here again.
Yeah, that was a while back, man. It's great.
That was back in the kitchen days. You guys were some of the first, and y'all came into the kitchen and.
I was telling them earlier, I think
Now
they
you're
were
in
the
the
ones that
studio.
were sweating it out with us.
Congratulations on the
Yeah.
growth.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
But I hit you up to talk about the Salsa Nights, man, because it's one thing that you've been on our list for a while since then because I knew that you did that, and then when I reached out, you said that y'all are hitting the 10-year anniversary. So what's the history? What got you into salsa? You've always been kind of a soft-spoken, kind of laid-back dude, but you also just shredded up on the dance floor.
So dancing was one of those first hits of creativity that kind of came into my life
Yeah.
a long time ago. So summers were spent learning choreography for music videos from MTV back when they had videos
And music.
back in the day and music and all
music.
that kind of stuff. So, dancing has always been there. I was breakdancing and, it's the country. So we had cardboard on grass in the backyard and, breakdancing and all that kind of stuff. So
Can you still break dance?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Not
right.
doing any floor work. I'm not spinning on shoulders or anything like that. No,
Yeah.
but just a little
You're just pop locking?
pop locking and
Yeah.
stuff here and there. It comes into the salsa a little bit on the dance floor. So
That's
just
a
having a
fusion
good time.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, salsa is a mix of a lot of things. So
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah. So you started dancing back whenever you were younger, and it just kind of turned. What is it about salsa that stuck with you? I guess.
I went to a free lesson at a restaurant in Houston, maybe 2002, 2003, and got hooked.
Yeah.
So they were offering a free lesson in a dance studio. So I went to that and was leaving work at Lamar and driving to the west side of Houston to take lessons and then driving back to Cleveland and doing that for about a year. So
Yeah.
once people get into salsa, it's that initial, there's a salsa high, a Latin dance high that kind of comes into it. And, it's a new world and you're meeting a lot of different people and people that have a love for dancing. And it's a great social atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's always something that I would like to do, and I don't know how to get into it because there's only like 3 things in the entire world that give me anxiety, and one of them is like dancing in public. Actually, my face is getting hot just thinking of it. So I can't even. It's so hard for me to do, and I'm not bad. I just have to be like trashed. Yeah, for me to dance, I have to be trashed.
Look with Courage has helped a number of people get over a couple of those things. But no, you should definitely come back to lessons, come out to lessons and give it a try. So they're at Salsa at Cotton Creek Winery. We do lessons from about 7 to 8:15, 8:30 or so. So we give people basic introduction to salsa and another dance called bachata. So
Yeah. That's you just go left to right.
yeah, it's an easier dance to learn than salsa. So
Okay,
we can work you into it. Don't be afraid.
it's making me so terrified. Just thinking about it is making me terrified because people there are going to be really good, and I'm going to be really terrible. And I'm afraid.
An
of,
instructor told me a long time
I'm afraid of
ago,
looking
as long
foolish.
as your heart's in the right place,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll get your feet there.
okay.
So don't be worried about that because
Yeah.
there's all different levels that come to classes. So there are some people that claim they have 2 left feet. Some people that say they've never danced before. There are some people who have danced country and they wanted to come
okay.
in and give this a try. So it's an
Well,
opportunity.
like 2-step.
Yeah.
Like 2-step.
And line dance, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this area is full of Zydeco dancers and people that dance
Oh, yeah.
swing out and a number of other dances. So people that have a curiosity, they come in and, we get them started with the lessons and it's a good way to meet people.
Mm-hmm.
We interact and switch partners every so often, so you're getting a chance to actually meet people.
Yeah.
Which we were having a conversation
have
before.
face-to-face interaction.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And that doesn't happen all the time or at all now.
Yeah, well, it's nice. Well, it's nice to go to a place like Cotton Creek, which I really like and enjoy. I've been there a few
That's
times.
the place down the street, right?
Yeah. Tracy and them, they're really great.
Tracy and Artie Tucker.
They're so great. But it's really cool having a place to go that you can drink and have libations and have fun, but then also have an activity to do also.
Yeah.
You know, instead of like just going and just
Drinking and
talking, which is
standing
great. I mean, I love going to a watering hole and having great conversations, but it would be nice to have an activity too.
What kind of brings everybody together? You don't have to. The impetus isn't on you to start up conversation with random people. It's going to happen because you're going to be dancing with them.
Exactly. And a lot of people like it because it's not that club atmosphere. Mm-hmm. So there's not this pressure it's not that dating and anxiety kind of pressure, like that whole thing. It's a very welcoming environment.
Yeah.
It's not like sweaty, smells like cigarettes, and somebody's just trying to grind on you.
No, it does get a little hot later on because it gets packed in there and the music's going and people are dancing and having a great time. So it gets hot in there.
I bet it does, yeah.
So what is it about salsa that separates it from, what was it, bachata?
Different music altogether. There at Salsa at Cotton Creek Winery, we dance salsa, merengue, bachata, cha-cha, cumbia, and a new dance. Corey Brandel is introducing a dance called Zouk. That is Brazilian or Martinique.
Yeah,
in its origins, and I'm still learning it and trying to figure it out as well. So it's been interesting. So it's one of those things. Corey moved here from Houston thinking that her passion for dance was going to come to Southeast Texas and not exist anymore, but she actually found a crowd.
Yeah.
At Salsa at Cotton Creek Winery, and she saw that we have a community that's interested in dance. So she asked me, "Hey, you think people will be interested in this?"
Because it's new, it's something different from what you guys already do, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So for the past couple of months at El Habanero Grill, once a week, she's been offering free Zouk lessons.
What is Zouk? So is it just a different?
It's a
movement?
Different dance altogether.
Does it
so
look
it's
weird or like?
There's definitely connection there with the partner, but it's more flowy and rhythmic and stuff. So definitely check it out online. So it's
Zouk. How you spell that?
Zouk. Zouk.
Okay.
So you guys don't do any waltz or any ballroom dancing over there, I guess.
No, it's strictly
just
Latin.
It's just Latin
for the most part, and we sneak in the occasional Cupid shuffle and and wobble because those are the things that gets everybody on the floor.
Wobble, yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's interesting to see a 22-year-old dancing the wobble next to a 71-year-old.
That sounds like a sight to see.
But that's the kind of crowd we have. Yeah. We have from 21 to 81. We have families. So one particular family, their daughter normally doesn't come with their parents, but last salsa night they all came together.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's one of those things to where it can be a family thing, couple thing, can be a date possibility.
Yeah.
If you're single,
definite date possibility. Yeah.
If you don't have a partner, you could come meet somebody.
One will be assigned to you.
Right. And again, you have the opportunity to meet people in lessons. So you already know somebody's name. That's already taken out of the equation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you see somebody that's dancing and you believe they're pretty good, most people are willing to show what they know. So again, it's a very welcoming environment.
Well, it's been going on for 10 years. Have you seen any, have you seen matches made at the Salsa Nights?
Yeah,
Couples?
me.
Yeah?
I mean,
Really?
No, dancing helped me find love and happiness and all that good stuff. So it's good.
Yeah.
No, I met some are actually dancing salsa. So it's one of those things to where people have met and it's been good.
Yeah, that's really good.
But it's also one of those things to where I have a lot of married people tell me that this is our date night.
Yeah, yeah, something to spice it up, something
Well,
different.
yeah, they plan for it. They know that the first Friday, okay, get a babysitter, clear the schedule. We're going to do this. This is our thing. And, they're happy. It's good.
I mean, a lot of people around here who are in relationships still go boot scooting together, stuff like that.
No,
But,
it's connection
Why
time.
not? Yeah. Why not go salsa? And it seems to be really popular in a lot of other places because in Houston, I've seen quite a few places that do like a salsa night. And it seems to be popular. It's cool that it's here though.
Most definitely. So for salsa at Cotton Creek Winery, we have people coming in as far west as Houston, Baytown, and far east is Lake Charles.
Yeah.
Really, you have people coming in, like they're driving an hour to go to salsa night. That's awesome.
Most definitely. Yeah, we have a group from Lake Charles that comes pretty consistently. And there's dancing over there in Lake Charles as well. So we go back and forth and, support each other and spread the word on Facebook and social media and stuff. And there's also Michaela Marino. She does salsa once a month at the Luna Club.
Okay.
So there's other, well, no, actually here.
We have a Luna Club?
Luna Club. It used to be Club Heat.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So she's there once a month. So
I was thinking of Luna Live, and that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
No, great restaurant.
Yeah.
No, she's there once a month, and BJ Martinez and JC Garcia are teaching salsa lessons at City Dance. So there's other people
doing that thing,
doing it, and we're all successful. It elevates the community.
Yeah,
it's a great thing.
So there's a lot of salsa dancing going on.
Yeah, there is, and there's a mindset that a lot of people get into. When they're doing anything, it doesn't have to be salsa. It could be anything. It could be jiu-jitsu or cooking or something that I've noticed from this area that a lot of people get into like a feast and famine mentality or like a scarcity where it's like there's not enough people and I must hang on to mine and I will not share like my connections with you and you. So I'm glad that your community, the dance community, doesn't have that at all because I mean, especially like restaurants out here, a lot of people will, think there's not enough to go around and there's a lot of negativity in different ways and
like too many salsa nights.
Somebody might have it in their brain like, well, if they do their salsa night once a month and I do my salsa night once a month, we're going to step on each other's toes, and that could be how some people think in some places, but it sounds like the exact opposite of what you're saying.
Communication, coordination, collaboration, all those things kind of matter, and who owns creativity and arts, and can one person do that?
Yeah.
We all do, yeah.
We all own it. It's all ours.
Yeah.
So,
and once an idea is made, you have given it to the world. It's no longer yours. Yeah.
So
plus, nobody around here invented salsa.
Yeah.
Just teaching.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and I even hate the word teacher or instructor. I just feel like I'm sharing what I know because my goal has never been to be a world-class dancer or try to teach world-class dancers. I just want to feel good, have fun, and just kind of leave troubles behind for a couple hours.
Right.
This event, once a month or whenever I go dancing, gives me the opportunity to do that. And I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to create a place to allow people to do that.
Yeah, and to do it for so long, I mean, it's pretty impressive. Because whenever you told me that, I was like, wow, I didn't realize that they'd been doing it for that long. 10 years, and doing a thing. Like, it must have had its ups and downs, but it's obviously kept going.
Well, no, most definitely. It's one of those things to where I remember when there was 10, 12 people there, and sometimes I was the only guy and spending a whole bunch of time on the dance floor, but men started coming out to dance.
Yeah.
Hopefully that stigma about men dancing is more men are letting that go and they're coming out and, coming out.
Was that hard in the beginning to find males to come out and dance?
Most definitely.
I'm sure. I mean, if most of them are like me, then I'm sure it's impossible.
We can get you out there.
Because I'm terrified.
We can make this happen. We can.
We're going to have to hold you to it, Aaron.
We can take that.
I've got a lot of anxiety right now just thinking about it.
If you go, I'll go. How can you go do jiu-jitsu for as many years as you can and wrestling with people, but you don't want to go dance?
I don't know.
That's an interesting question.
I don't know.
Right? It's like, this is the same thing.
It's not the same.
There's less body contact.
There is less body contact with salsa, that's for sure. But I don't know. It's not the same. I don't know. If I'm getting choked out or
You might
choking
get
somebody out,
triggered
I don't.
and like choke somebody out on the salsa
I just don't
floor.
feel like silly, but for some reason when I'm dancing, I just feel silly. It's like,
And there's less eyes on you.
yeah. So this is
because
the
they're
way.
worried. They're looking at their feet.
Yeah,
They're
this
gonna
is
feel-
really the way I feel though. I feel like if I start dancing in public, what it feels like is it just everybody's looking at me. That's what it feels like, and then I get all anxious. I'm like, oh, what if I miss? Oh, just my feet, and then I just it freaks me out. And I know like part of I know that no one's looking at me. I know that,
Right.
but I just feel like everyone is. That's why it's anxiety. I don't know.
Your face it's getting kind of red.
I'm getting, yeah, I know, I am.
Yeah.
I'm sure I am getting red.
It's getting kind of sweaty in here.
Come give it a try. Give it a try.
I need to get over it.
Again, I've met some great people. It's been a good networking thing as well because you never know who's coming to these type of events. So I've had business opportunities because of this, and I don't think it's just because I'm
The salsa
helping
guy?
create
Yeah.
the event. I
No,
think
man,
it's
they just like your moves, bro.
right. Well played, sir. Well
They
played.
just like your moves, bro.
You'd be surprised I'll get you somewhere, right?
No, I mean, it's just because you're having the opportunity to actually have conversation at times and
Yeah.
you're connecting with people and you don't know what industry or what field of work or who knows who.
Right, because you're not looking at their profile. You don't know anything about them. You have to ask.
You have to ask questions
Yeah.
and talk. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's just small talk. And, maybe when you're in the grocery store and you're not looking at your phone and you look up, you might actually see somebody.
Somebody
that you-
from salsa class.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's a social thing.
Yeah.
1 or 2 times a month, you know that you're probably going to see this person, and you're going to check in on them and see how they're doing and have conversations and ask about family or pets or that kind of thing. So
It's like church.
it is. Somebody described it as social work.
Social work.
Well, so I can go probably deeper into this than I need to, but it's just
Sure.
one of those things to where, it's a connection. You're dancing with somebody. There's a point of connection there, physical touch, which is a good thing, not in a creepy way, not in an
Yeah, who said that, huh?
sexual
Yeah.
way. It's not. We as humans need some
We need
type of
physical
touch,
connection,
physical
yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
You get that.
You'll go insane if you don't. And I understand what you're saying. Even just like, that's why we shake hands. That's why we
Exactly.
hug. We need it. And if you deprive children of physical contact, they'll go crazy.
Exactly.
They really will. It's a strange thing. But yeah.
Yes, you're talking to people, you're dancing, there's exercise happening, all good. The good chemicals are being released, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, all these good things are happening. It's a good feeling. It's a good time.
Yeah.
So if you leave there and you're happy, you go out into the world happy. Hey, we're doing social work.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's like you're elevating the mood of everybody that goes there outside of even the class itself.
Right.
It's got to be an accomplishment, especially like you have older folks going there, younger folks going there, and then everything in between. But I like that it takes out whenever you said about you're not going to a club or a noisy bar to try to make friends or something like that. I like how it takes it out. It throws everybody in it together because nobody there is an expert at it. Assuming,
Well, except for Gordon, maybe.
Except for Gordon. Yeah, but do you have like professional training in the dance, or do you just learn it on your own?
I took lessons for a year from a ballroom studio in Houston. And then after that, just kind of hit the club. And then they actually started dancing here in Beaumont. So down on Crockett Street. And
Do you
then
have
I had some
you made a
friends.
name for yourself out in the clubs in Houston or something?
No.
No.
I go to Houston and get intimidated. at times. So it's just what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm always in awe of other people that can do things really well. Just a level of respect. And, you all do podcasts very well. So this is why I was
we
asking
try.
you questions about doing this thing and
Yeah.
you all expanding and,
Right, because
you
in
appreciate
and,
excellence.
and you're in the communications department, right? So I could see how you would be curious about that in this new form.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Gotta-
were talking
gotta
about
keep
at the
up.
beginning here.
You gotta keep up with it.
You're
you
now
know?
like the kind of the lead instructor over there at the communications area, right?
For
At
LUTV News.
At the news.
Yes, so I have an opportunity to get students ready to go out and be journalists and produce news and such and production.
That industry is changing at breakneck. We were actually driving earlier, and we're kind of like cracking up to ourselves that there was an on-site reporter who had to be her own. She had to be her own cameraman.
Most
And,
definitely.
She was
it's
nice
just
in a dress and setting up her own
yeah,
camera.
and I was like, man, this
"Oh."
has changed, hasn't it?
That's exactly where it's
radically
going.
changing.
And it's having to prepare students to be
Yeah.
their own one-man band and going out. And we were talking about the social aspect of it earlier. And we were talking about younger generations and times being socially awkward. And
Yeah.
well, it's one of those things to where working with students, having to get them to the point to where they can go introduce themselves and get a story,
Right.
ask questions. Those kind of things are important.
Be effective communicators.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that they haven't had as much practice as we all have, to be honest with you. Because a lot of I grew up on video games too and everything like that, but I didn't grow up on social media.
Right.
So I had less practice communicating in that written form and much more like in life practice about communicating. So it's just because they had less practice, I think. By the time they go to college, they just had less practice.
It's true. It's interesting. Go back to the dance thing for a second. I've had
Yeah.
a chance to teach junior high students how to dance salsa.
Oh, really? Do you have
Yeah.
like a special like program for that, or
At a local high school.
Okay.
There was a part of a program. And again, it was after you get past the, ooh, boys or girls, ooh, girls or gross thing.
Yeah.
cooties?
Exactly. They would communicate and figure it out.
Yeah.
So again, it's hopefully learning how to get those reporters over that initial awkwardness. I think you need to be nervous a little bit because you're doing something you want to do or something you love. I think just that nervousness is going to be there, but use that energy and go get the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like you need to have a salsa week at your for your kids at the class.
At Lamar? Yeah, there should be
Yeah.
a Lamar salsa club.
Well, some students have kind of come
Yeah.
out a couple of times, and
I kinda-
they're surprised to see me in that light.
I figured that that's how you were talking about you seeing 20-year-olds dance with 70-year-olds. I figured it must have been like a student or something. But yeah.
No, I mean,
No?
it's normal 21 to 81. We have people coming out to salsa. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Right. And it's
Bridging that generational gap is that'd be awesome. I'd just go just to watch that and not dance.
well, that's one thing though. It's a physical activity. Sometimes as we age, people get older and more rigid, more stiff. And, it's one of those things I want to avoid. So probably going to be dancing until the wheels fall off.
Get out there moving.
Exactly.
I had a girlfriend of mine. Her parents did. They did ballroom dancing, but it was like the steps. What do they? I don't know what they call it. But like you,
A quick step or
no, well, I don't know. That might be the term, but it's like you basically have, like you can look at like an outline.
Oh, the
for
map.
how-
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a map, and then this is where this foot goes, like 1 and 2, and then they're doing 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, and they're like moving through these specific steps, and then they have like a collar. It's basically like line
Those are
dancing, but
like waltzing.
but but in a ballroom setting, and they had special shoes and everything like that. And I always thought that was kind of, I mean, I get it now because they're older, they're staying limber and all that.
But also it's a brain thing as well. The memorization of the dance
Okay.
patterns, dance steps. Yeah, I mean, studies have shown to where dancing helps
the
fight
elasticity.
Yeah. Alzheimer's and a number of other ailments because the brain is functioning and working. So it's a great thing.
So what are like the main elements of salsa? Like what are the main steps? I mean, it'd probably be hard to describe them without actually showing them. But what is it that makes it like a salsa? Because you said salsa is like a combination of a bunch of different things.
Yes, the rhythms are origin-wise definitely the rhythms. The percussion definitely come from Africa. And
Really, in salsa?
yes,
Yeah.
the percussion rhythms definitely. So a lot of it comes from Caribbean, and there's an argument between some saying salsa started in Cuba, some say it started in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I was just reading up on it earlier. The article I saw today said Cuba.
Cuba.
Yeah.
So it's the piano and guitar rhythms, and all of it came together.
I mean, that's what you think of when you think of Havana. Think of people salsa dancing.
Yeah, see, I was trying to think of where I'd think of like salsa would come from. I always think maybe like the Spaniards, but I guess the Spaniards didn't do that. The Spanish.
Well, I mean, think about the influence along, I guess, the Middle Passage and Latin America, Cuba, Puerto Rico, and then that leaving there and kind of taking off and coming to America and hitting Florida and East Coast and New York, where salsa was huge in the 70s, and just kind of expanded from there. But as far as dancing salsa, the purists claim that they dance salsa on one, which is breaking on the first beat of the 8 count, and then there's some that dance on 2, where they break on the second beat of the 8 count.
What's the right way?
Not even get into that, but here, well, it's one of those things.
Don't even want to say which camp you're in. I see.
Well, no, I mean, here we dance salsa on 1.
Okay, yeah.
Just watching videos and researching, it's just natural for people to want to do something on the first
You talking about
beat.
people who clap on the 1 and 3?
First beat of the 8 count. It's just easier, just an easier starting point. And, I probably shouldn't be having this conversation because I'm not really, I love the music, I love the dance, and I'm still learning.
Yeah.
So I'm over 15 years in, and I'm still learning a lot. So,
well, I think it was what was that guy's name? He does a podcast. He did the 4-Hour Work Week. Tim Ferriss. Tim Ferriss. He was on some podcast I was listening to, and he told an interesting story I didn't know about when he it was after he had like sold his company or whatever, and he like went on kind of like a I'm gonna go find myself kind of thing,
like a hiatus.
Yeah, and he went and lived in some Latin American country, I think, in South America, and he got really, really, really into salsa, and he was talking about how like the kind of scene around it, like the flashy dancers people didn't really want to dance with because they were too much, and then like the older guys were the guys that like everybody wanted to dance with because they had more style and more, I guess, finesse to it, and just like he telling the story about how he like basically like did salsa every night for months just because the scene around it. And I'm sure there is like a hot salsa kind of scene around here of people who are like really good at it as well, right?
Most definitely, there are some great dancers here.
Yeah.
There are some people that don't dance at all. They just come, listen to music. They sit down, they enjoy some of the food there and the wine at the winery, and they're just relaxing because they like the scene. They like to see other people. They're having a good time, but they're also watching other people.
Feeding off that energy.
It's a great energy to be around.
Yeah, it's got to be really good energy. I mean, it's just, is there anywhere around here that's like a club for that kind of thing other than just the specific nights? I don't know if there's enough of a scene to back
There's not
it
a
up.
club
There used to be
designated.
Yeah, there used to be Roomba, right?
Right. And they still have stuff there occasionally. But
Okay.
as far as like a dedicated club that's open to
People
salsa,
go there all the time. Yeah.
no. And I question if this area could support it at this point in time.
Yeah.
And that's always kind of been a question. And sometimes there's a push to do more nights, but due to my schedule with, the LUTV news stuff and then the movie stuff as well. And there's just...
Yeah. How often do y'all does this Salsa Nights? Is it every week or is it?
No, we're once a month normally.
So the first Friday. Right.
First Friday every month?
During the summer, we've been doing salsa socials. So like on the third Thursday after work at 5:30, come in right after work. Get
Less
your
of a
salsa.
lesson, more of a just
No
hang out.
lessons. Yeah, we're just hanging out, playing music.
Yeah.
People come in and have dinner, relax, unwind. If you want to dance, dance. If you don't want to, it's another opportunity for people to actually have a chance to sit down and talk to one another and get to know each other.
So do you think it's it seems like you get more out of getting people to talk to each other than you do out of the dancing itself, maybe?
No, the
Seems to
dancing
be a
is
big
there.
part of
It's
it. It's like
the
added,
connection part is there. So the dancing is the cake.
Yeah.
making friends, the social stuff. It's icing.
That's icing on the cake.
It's icing
Yeah.
on the cake.
Yeah.
The exercise, the wellness, the feeling good, cake, sprinkles, whipped cream, cherry, whatever else you want to add on to your cake.
Yeah.
You can definitely have that and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Have your cake and eat
And
it.
eat it too. And dance on it.
Exactly.
Are there any events coming up? Anything other than just a standard night?
First Friday, we will be there. And occasionally the city of Beaumont has a salsa at the lake.
Really?
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Right.
That'd be a good place.
They normally bring in a band from Houston.
What? Like
Oh, really?
live salsa?
Hopefully they'll wait
Yes.
till the fall to do it.
Well, no, I mean, it's inside.
Oh,
It's
good.
inside.
It's
Okay.
inside. Thankfully,
Yeah.
they had one in June.
Okay.
Okay.
So I had the opportunity to teach the lessons for that for about 30 minutes with Summer's help. And, group of Batacha, a band out of Houston, played salsa, bachata, merengue, cha-cha,
How was the
cumbia.
turnout?
Very good.
Man, look at Beaumont, man. We're on the up and up.
We got
City's,
salsa land
the city's
listen.
starting to like help us all out. They're starting to.
I think the
Get
amount
involved.
of culture and creativity and art in this area is seriously
Underserved.
Undervalued.
undervalued.
For sure.
We have a creative community here,
Yeah.
and people should enjoy it.
I've always said that same exact thing. We do have a very large pool of creatives here, and one thing is that the community around them, I just feel, is lacking in support of them, because creatives in general, they need support because what they do doesn't make money a lot of times. So they rely on friends to like spread the word, no matter what it is. If you're an artist, musician, or whatever, if you're a musician and you play shows, you have to have your friends come see your show. If you're an artist and you have an art gallery, you have to have your friends or other people come. And that's really the thing that's been lacking in this community for a long time, is just people don't support the arts. Really. There's lots and lots of artists here. That pool's big, but I'm just saying, I see them starting to support a little more.
Have you did it take like a lot of work to get people coming out to these things in the beginning?
Probably kind of slow in the beginning, huh?
Definitely kind of slow, but it's finding out its consistency.
Yeah.
People
Just
know you're going to
when you're going to
be
do it.
consistent. Have an email list.
Yeah.
Every month I post on the
I
same
keep your
day.
emails. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
Send out the emails. I'm going to post video from the previous salsa night. I'm going to say what other salsa events are happening throughout the month or in Lake Charles. There has to be a level of consistency so
Right.
people know where to find you,
Yeah.
so people can plan.
So that would be like advice that I guess you could give to anybody trying to do something similar, is just be
Well, yeah,
consistent.
that's anything. I mean,
Anything,
that's
yeah.
that's life, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
anything from podcasting to planning events.
I wish
to-
we were more consistent.
Well, I mean, we churn them out, but
Yeah.
we're inconsistent in our consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you all are building, and that's one of those
Yeah.
things. It's a part of the process.
I guess so. We haven't been around for that long.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll get better at it.
We try every day. Every day we try. Well, is there anything coming out, anything that you are doing new in the next few months that you'd want to promote, or anything coming up that you're excited about?
November, we'll be celebrating 10 years at the winery.
Yeah.
So, not exactly sure what we're going to do for that as of yet.
And they're going to do some kind of big blowout, break out into the parking lot.
Don't know about breaking out into the parking lot. That sounds fun, though.
Yeah, just
I
put
mean,
a
it's
dance
probably-
floor out. Like
It's
try to
probably
break
going to
it.
be
Go do a Guinness Book of
warm.
World Record or something. Try to
Yeah,
go for something
no,
like that.
It will be a good time, and definitely want people to come out. So you can call Cotton Creek Winery if you're interested in finding out more about the salsa lessons, and they can give you information and go from there.
Do you have you have any like Facebook groups or anything like that?
Don't have a Facebook group. You can reach out to me, Gordon Scott Williams, on Facebook.
You're saying
Send me
people
a friend.
can just slide in them DM
Send me a message. And we can go from there. No, it's one of those things to where it's that consistency. And
Yeah.
then also friend me on Facebook. I'll send you the Facebook event. And
Right,
then
right.
that's how you keep up with it. And now I'm consistent in sending it out so you'll know what's happening in the area.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. We can appreciate what you do over there. Absolutely. That's why we had you on. And
Thank you.
from somebody who is terrified of dancing, you have communicated very well that it's something I probably should do, and I may come give it a shot.
We'll have to see if we can guild him into it.
I may come give it a shot, but
For
it's
your
terrifying.
health, exercise, it's social. It can ward off health elements. I mean,
to break your outer shell, to get you to loosen up a little bit. Yeah, loosen up a little bit, buddy. You gotta soften that shell.
I'm too stiff.
Yeah. Gordon, it was good to have you back, man.
Thank
for
you
coming
all
on.
very much. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, and go check them out. First Fridays at
Cotton Creek Winery. That's on Phelan Boulevard, over there by Portis Lounge, but across the street.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, thanks, Gordon, man. Thanks for coming on again. The second time. You're in our second. You're in our alumni club, I should say. Two-time. Anyway, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, special shout out to our patrons, Jordan Stringer, Lance Gillian, Brian Casino, Doug Waldrop, Michael Sarr, Ben McClellan, Randy Edwards, Ali Gillette, and our newest patron, Allison Pierce. If you're interested in becoming a patron, head on over to patreon.com/A2Z and you will get merch. You will get our lovings and our kissings, and maybe not kissings, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's weird. We're not.
I'll give you a hug if I see you, though.
Yeah, I will too.
I'll give you a damn hug if you consent.
Anyway, on the next episode, you guys come back. We got the Ramblin' Boys. It's going to be one of our big episodes. It's going to be bombastic. It's just going to be
drunk.
I mean, a little drunk there at the end, but it's going to be a great time. It's going to be our first ever 6 microphone, and it doesn't even get that chaotic. I don't know how, but it was a great time. And if you're a fan of those guys, you've been around, you'll love it too.
Yeah, and if you have a guest that you think would be a good fit, let us know. Send them to us. Send us an email. Send us a pigeon. Send us what did I say last time? Squirrel? No.
You know what? Just have your people call our people.
Yeah.
All right. We'll hook it up. We'll make it happen.
See ya.
Dale, no lloro para toda mi gente latina.